Well, what's going on, everybody? This is Paul with PRM BBQ Co. And I thought I'd go ahead and give you a little walk around on this 250-gallon smoker pit that we just built. So we built this smoker for Ron Gentry of True Grit Barbecue. And, you know, he wanted something like a paint job, just a little bit more special, you know, something unique. And it definitely is unique, absolutely. So it's called Sand Metallic. And then we hit it with a clear coat. So I'll bring you up close here in just a second, but it is a metallic finish on here. Looks nice and rich, especially with that clear coat. Now he did also request that we build it on an off-road wagon package, and these tires are 20-inch turf tires, so they have a nice medium grip on that tire. It is smooth, it's still got grippy, so you're not going to worry about it sliding around too much if you're kind of on a muddy area with a slight embankment, but it is smooth enough to roll over gravel, your grass, and things like that. It does come with D-rings, so you can tie it down, so if you're going to be transporting it, putting it on a trailer or anything like that, you got somewhere to pull that down nice and tight so that you're not, you know, messing up the paint or anything else like that. Now, anytime that you get a smoker pit that's on an off-road wagon package, you're going to get the folding smokestack, right? So this folds down nice and neat just in case you got to transport it again on a trailer, or if you have like an enclosed trailer, like a utility trailer, then you're going to have that option to fold that smokestack down. Super easy. You just use the toggle clasp right here and that unlocks it, right? And then you just kind of bring it down. Our smokestacks do come with internal smokestack dampers. Now, something that we did special on this particular unit right here was they requested to put their logo, and Ron's wife Megan, she's a graphic designer, so she actually sent me this, and I was able to manipulate it in my software so that we can cut it out just right. But this controls the internal damper inside the smokestack, right? So it's got a small indicator right up here that lets you know that that damper is facing up and down, and then you turn this thing over whatever direction you want, and then that starts to close down that damper, starts to choke it down. So if you want to slow down that flow that's coming out and you need to get some of that heat more level in this area right here, then you can do so just simply by turning this dial right here. Now, your handle on your wagon packages also do come with a little bitty area up here that allows you to use it on a ATV, a four-wheeler, your golf cart, a tractor. You just drop in a pin, and then you can hook it up and move it around super easily, right? Inside your cook chamber, you do get 3 drop-in main cooking grates. Now, your 250-gallon smoker pit is going to fit anywhere from about 8 to 10 briskets on the main cooking grates, right? And then you still get 2 upper slide-out racks. So that's the nice thing about this, is that if you need to increase that volume, you can do that. Whether it be pork butts, briskets, ribs, sausage, chicken, whatever, you got the capability to increase it even more. Now, inside the smoker pit, you do get, from your firebox into your cook chamber, you do get a heat deflector. Now, that heat deflector is positioned at about 45 degrees, and it's backed off about 2 inches, so it gives you something like an 80-20 split on the heat. And what that does is it throttles back some of that really hot air that comes up top, but it hits it, deflects it down, and what it does is it creates that turbulence on the inside of that smoker pit, right? You want that smoke to be moving around in there, exiting out, going to your collector, obviously, and then exiting out your smokestack. So that is a removable heat deflector you have there, so if you do want to take advantage of that really high temp, you can do that just by removing that right there. Now, your firebox is constructed of 1/4-inch steel through and through. It is double walled. There's the one on the outside and the one on the inside. In between those 2 layers of 1/4-inch sheet plate, we actually use ceramic fiber insulation. Now, that has a temperature swing rating of -700 degrees all the way to 2300 degrees. So that right there is going to be the heart and soul of your smoker pit. What does an insulated firebox do for you? First thing is it doesn't work too efficiently, because what I tell a lot of people is when you get to cooking, even if you've got an insulated firebox, if you stick your head inside that cook chamber and you try to take a deep breath, I guarantee you're going to catch a breath full of smoke. So here's what it is. Here's what a firebox that is insulated does for you. It creates a more stable environment inside that firebox where you're not having to build such a huge coal bed to maintain and keep everything running. Once you build this up, once you get the temperature up to where you want it, now ideally your coal bed needs to be between 1200 to 1400 degrees. That's the center of your coal bed, okay? That right there is going to start to create that real good clean smoke that you want, that you want to infuse on your protein. This firebox lets you do that. You build it up, and then it holds the temp just right, keeps it in there right where you want it. And because your coal bed's not very big, it's actually just a little bit further away from your protein as well. So on top of the distance, as well as the deflector plate that's in there, you get an area closer to the firebox that is usable, right? So you can cook your proteins without worrying about burning them. We do build the inside of our firebox, which we call the tombstone style. It does have a flat bottom base on it, breathes really well. It's nice and tall, gives you a lot of volume in there. Again, your door's 1/4 inch reinforced. You do have your never hot handle. It slides in like that. Now the sun will make it hot, but the firebox itself isn't really going to make it that hot. All of our smoker pits do come with these bolt-on nameplates. So if you want to put in your company name or you want to name your smoker pit, they do come included with these right here. Very nice, very attractive. Now, as well as this pit also has clear coat all over the paint itself. Now your paint, this is has a nominal heat rating of about 375 degrees to 425 degrees, but because you got an insulated firebox, your firebox exterior won't see those temperature numbers. And then of course the inside of your smoke chamber or the cooking chamber is going to be, you know, 275, maybe max 300, depending on how you like to cook. But this right here is your 250-gallon smoker pit. 250-gallon smoker pit on an off-road wagon package. We can build this on skids. We can put those skids on casters. We can put it on this package you see right here. We can build it on a trailer. We have different trailers. So if you got any questions, just feel free to reach out. Guys, we're at the corner of Route Street and Highway 90 in Brookshire, Texas. If you find yourself needing a smoker pit, let me know. We can help you out. And if you've got the will and the skill, but not the dollar bill, let my banking partner help you. And don't forget, we're your prime barbecue company. Peace.